Yo, what is the deal, my people? It's your girl, Lady B More, and I'm back once again. I know it's been a little while, and I know this angle's kind of weird. I don't know what I thought I was doing. It's usually here's my laptop. So the camera is usually actually sitting on top of my laptop, but now I have it sitting on a lamp. So yeah. And I don't know, something kind of, I guess you would say, kind of probed me to make a video. I woke up at about 4:45, 5 a.m. this morning with some thoughts on my mind, and I just had to get a pen and paper and jot some bullets down, jot some points down, and these points are what I'm going to talk about in today's video. So, again, excuse me if I do ramble on a little bit, or, well, y'all pretty much used to it. If you watch my videos, then you used to me rambling. But, if I get off topic, stray away, well, actually, there is no topic. Let me reword that. There is no topic. Today I'm just going to be talking about some things that I've observed and stuff like that. So, yes, I guess let's get right on to it. And I don't really like the camera being in the position it's in, because I have to keep looking up instead of focusing on my camera, instead of focusing on my screen. I have to keep looking up. And excuse me, I did kind of just come from my little jog outside. It's about 77 degrees down here in Tennessee. Nice outside, so I went outside, did a little jog, as well as some jump ropes and stuff like that. So I'm not prepared. I don't have any earrings or anything in. Well, the earrings I keep in. My hair's not done. Just whatever. This is not. That's not important. Anywho, so let's get into it. I know the last video I was talking about. Oh, I probably won't put out a video for a while because I don't have time to research and read books and do things like that. I'm actually on here now to kind of contradict myself, because yes, research and reading books and things like that are important, but I've learned just in my little 23 years of life that observation and experience are one of the best teachers that there are. So yes, books and, learning from other people and things like that, research are important, but again, observation and personal experience are some of the best teachers in the world. Man, so I guess I could say the topic would sort of be that the youth are our future. So a lot of this is stuff that I've observed about the youth, things, conversations I've overheard, and things like that. So let's get into that. Man, back to the youth. They are our future. I feel like we need to tell the youth the truth, separate real life from the fake. I see nowadays a lot of teens are growing up, a lot of youth are growing up, a lot of kids are growing up. I can't even say teens. I can go back to toddlers and even elementary school age children and middle school age children. A lot of these people, a lot of these youth, they do what they see rather than what they hear. So they're more of like a visual type of, well, even as adults, we're more visual sometimes than we are audio. So we take what we see oftentimes more than we take what we hear. So my point in this video today is basically we need to redefine what's cool. What we do in front of children sometimes, it's not what's cool, but it's it's what's perceived by them to be cool. For instance, a lot of black people listen to hip hop and rap, and a lot of people adopt that culture. That's all fine if you're able to, again, differentiate real from fake. If you're able to separate your hip hop life from your real life. But a lot of my people, a lot of our people can't do that. They're so-called, incorporating hip-hop music into their real life. So instead of going about it the right way, or living the quote-unquote American dream by going to college, going to school, furthering their education, and getting a job, a lot of people are turning to selling drugs, aspiring to be rappers, aspiring to be ballers, and things of that nature. Again, I feel like we as adults need to, put in the youth's head what's real and what's fake. Separate reality from, this fantasy world, this fantasy life, this American dream, which is what I've heard from some of my people is it's called an American dream because you have to be asleep in order for it to work. I'll repeat that again. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep in order for you to believe it. So again, like, American dream isn't all it's cracked up to be, but the American dream and getting an education and getting a job is way better than selling drugs, prostitution, and things of that nature, being a video vixen, hip-hop hoe, and all that. Because by you selling drugs, that just gives the government, police, pigs, whatever you want to call them, another reason to come and lock your black self up. So I mean, like, yeah, we shun the American dream and say, yeah, you got to be asleep in order for it to work and things like that. But on the other hand, living the American dream is better than you doing something quote unquote illegal, selling drugs or whatever, and them coming to lock you up. So then there you go, your freedom's taken in another way. So I mean, we just gotta look at stuff like that and tell the children what's real. And all this children knowing every hip hop line but can't even spell their name, that is not cute. Yeah, it may be cute while they're 5 years old, but when they get 18, it's not gonna be cute anymore. They can't count, they can't read, and now they're behind, 5 classes behind or 3 classes behind or whatever, and we're wondering why. Oh, they were so smart as a 2-year old. They knew every hip hop lyric. They had a good memory. But we need to start putting stuff in their minds, putting stuff in their head that they can memorize that's going to actually help them in the future. Teach them to count. Teach them to read. Teach them to do something like that. Teach them to help others and show them what's right instead of following along with what's wrong. Again, we need to redefine what's cool. We need to set good example because no matter what you say, again, a child is an imitator. They will do what they see rather than what they hear. And speaking of imitation, again, this goes back. So do a lot of adults. A lot of adults practice imitation. They're so lost and they don't know how to be the real them that they're out here imitating what Nicki Minaj is doing, being a Barbie, putting pink tracks in the back of their hair, not accepting their natural hair, whether it's locks, fro, fade, twist, whatever you're gonna have. But instead you're out here living a lie, putting creamy crack in your hair, putting this perm in your hair, not knowing that the chemicals is put in crack are harmful, are dangerous, could possibly kill us. But that's not what we're worried about. We're worried about doing what the media says is right to do. We're worried about what the media defines as being beautiful instead of looking inside ourselves, being proud of ourselves, being proud of being black, being proud of being nappy, or whatever you want to say. I love my natural hair. I embrace my natural hair. And back then when I still was living a lie, I don't even know, like, why was I living a lie? It's because I was young, I was immature, and I thought that that's what was beautiful. And once I matured and realized that's not what it is, then, I was going to become natural, whether I was going to have a fade, fro, or locks. I chose locks, and on down the future, I will cut my locks and do the fro. I would never live a lie again. I would never get a perm, nor will I ever perm my daughter's hair. The only way my daughter will get a perm is if she's 18 and out of my roof, or 18 and old enough to make her own decisions. 18 and old enough to put her own perm in. I would never give my daughter a lie. I would never perm my daughter's hair. I mean, I don't have kids now. I am 23. But I'm thinking on into the future. I would never perm my daughter's hair. I'm not making her live a lie. So again, yeah, a lot of adults practice imitation as well. They've never grasped how to just be themselves, so they spend their life aspiring to be someone else, and 9 times out of 10, it's a celebrity who we look to as being a perfect role model, and we got to be more like them, and Tiger Woods shouldn't have slept with those women because he's supposed to be a positive role model for all the people that watch him, all the kids that watch him. Throw all that stuff in the garbage. We need to start being personal positive role models. Be a positive role model to the kids in your life, the kids in your community, so they won't have to watch TV, turn around and watch TV and try to be these celebrities that they're looking at. Nobody, Lil Wayne and I don't even know these commercial artists that are out now, but I know Lil Wayne is one of them. Nicki Minaj is all I hear these people talking about. Oh, I want to be a Barbie. I want to be a Barbie. Bump all that. That's not what's important. People like us, adults, people that know the real, people who have their third eye open, need to be a positive role model in these children's lives so that they won't have to turn on their TV or turn on their radio and aspire to be these rappers who aren't really positive role models in the first place. So that's one thing we need to take a stand on and do as adults, as older youth, as older teenagers, as whatever. We need to be a positive role model to our little cousins and them. Be a positive role model to the people we see at the recreation centers and Boys and Girls Club and things like that. Show them that these celebrities and all that, it's not all it's cut out to be. A lot of these people rapping in rhymes, talking about stuff they ain't never did, talking about stuff they ain't never owned, and just, they're not rich. They throwing all this money up in front of you. That's money they probably borrowed. That's fake money. All this jewelry and stuff they're wearing and cars they're driving is stuff that's probably rented. Do not get it twisted, y'all. Do not get it twisted. We need to put the youth on to what is real. All this stuff shown in the media is fake. I'm gonna just get off of that. So again, we have to change this view because we're confusing the kids. We need to show them what it really is. We need to educate them again. We need to read to them. A lot of our kids are intelligent, but they exhort their brain power on a lot of the wrong things. Tell them what's real, because drugs, living hip hop life isn't cool. Back to that again. Okay, so you got little Shaniqua. Shaniqua's one of my favorite names. I've used it in some of my other videos. But say you got little Shaniqua, she's 7, and all she sees is her auntie Lulu shaking her butt to hip hop videos and flossing money and wearing little skimpy clothes and falling in love with the biggest drug dealer, and oh, Uncle Rufus has all the money in the world. He's rocking Coogee and Rockaware and Black Label and Ed Hardy and whatever all these famous labels are, and he just got all the money in the world. He's getting all the girls. He's just so cool. Got his grill in and his gold on. Oh, he's a part-time rapper and a part-time drug dealer. So that's what's cool. That's what I want to have when I'm old. When I'm older. That's not what it is, y'all. That's not where it is. That's not what's up. We need to put in their head what is really what's up. If you have so say that you don't go to college, because I've heard that college is not for everybody. You should still take the time to self-educate yourself, educate your children, educate your peers, educate those around you by just reading a book. Self-education is essential when we are still being taught these lies. That is on my YouTube page right now. You can click my YouTube page right now and find that. Self-education is essential when we are still being taught lies. So again, don't turn to all this, oh, hip-hop this and hip-hop that, and I want to aspire to be Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne. Tell them what's real, y'all. Tell them what's real. Not too many real gangsters and drug dealers survive. They don't survive. I mean, like, the real ones do not survive. They either killed fiends of their own product, or they end up going to jail. They end up getting locked up because there's only so much you can do and only so long you can stay in the drug game before a snitch comes into your inner circle, or the police raid and busting your stuff and take all your money, take all your drugs, take all your whatever. That is not where it's at, y'all. That's not where it's at. So again, we need to reevaluate what's cool and tell the children what's real. What else? Yeah, man, like the way y'all recommending hip hop lyrics and recommending songs and CDs for children to cop and things like that. Recommend a book. Recommend a college course or something. Give them positive references. Don't just entertain the thought. Don't just entertain the thought that, again, hip-hop is cool, these celebrities are cool, and we ought to be more like them. No, that's not where it's at. Again, don't entertain a child that speaks inappropriately. Discipline that child or ignore the behavior, because a child will also continue to do what gives him or her attention. So give them your attention and praise them when they do positive things. Not when they know every rap lyric. Not always when they could shoot a three-pointer or a jump shot, but when they bring good grades from school, when they when they read to some of their younger peers, when they do something that relates with knowledge, reading, writing, arithmetic, all these things that our ancestors civilized these Europeans and Caucasians with, and all this other stuff. All these things that we don't know, all these things that we weren't taught in school, teach the children. Don't just teach them his story. Teach history, real history, our history. Show them from our perspective. Don't only have them read the books that are signed in school. Buy them books and have them read at home. Make learning fun, y'all. Make learning fun. Award them for learning. Reward them for learning, man. Like, we need to, it's time to open our eyes. We're here with our eyes wide shut. Eyes open wide shut. It's time for some of us to know the real. Some of us are even, as adults, are even still lost. Like, we're still don't even know what's going on. They got the wool over our eyes. We don't even know what's going on. We still teaching our children or our little cousins or siblings or whatever stupid stuff because we don't even know what's right. You know what I'm saying? We need to redefine that. What else? Be an impact, man. Sometimes all it takes is for an adult or a parent to be there. Show your child love so that he or she won't seek it elsewhere. Because sometimes that's a major problem as well. Kids join gangs, have babies, etc. because they're looking for love. So that's another thing. Even if your child, when I have my children, again, this is going back when I'm having my children on in the future. When I have my children, I'm going to tell them I love them so much that they're going to get tired of hearing it. Mama, I know. Mama, I know. Ma, you told me. You told me you love me. You tell me every day. I'm tired of hearing it. Tell them somebody's the way they're tired of hearing it. Tired of hearing it. Tell them you love them so much so they won't go out and seek it elsewhere. So they won't be looking for Rashad to tell them they love him when in reality he's just telling them he's loving them so that he can get some of their poop, some of their little poo-poo. So he can get some of their pocketbook. So he can get their goodies. Tell them you love them before the next man or next woman or next gang or next negative influence tells them they love them. It's going to be too late. Take your child, you love them, tell them they're beautiful every day, every single second that you can so that they won't go out searching it and looking for somebody else to tell them that. It's time for us to start doing that, my people. It's been time for us to start doing that. I don't know where the love has gone. Where has the love gone? Where is the love? Wasn't that like some Black Eyed Peas thing? Where is the love? Well, where's the love, man? We need to incorporate that, man. Tell your children you love them. Tell them they're beautiful, man. What else? Again, and I did write these notes at like 4:45, 5 a.m. So I do apologize for me skipping all over the place and things like that. Forgive me. I hope y'all can follow. And again, I said I overhear a lot of things, conversations between youth, and I must say we need to prepare our kids for whatever they may encounter. For instance, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, I was actually at the gym, working out, stuff like that, get my little exercise on a bike or treadmill or something. And I overheard these other youth, it was about 5 young boys, they were in the gym working out as well. Well, they were chastising and making fun of this one guy saying, oh, you got a legal job. You got a legal job. We make more money than you do hustling. We make more money than you do hustling in a day than you do in a week. Or something of that nature. Just basically putting a little child down, putting a little boy down because he had a job while they're out there hustling, selling drugs or whatever, and they quote unquote make money. So the little boy stood up for himself. I can't say that much, and he's like, I work for a company, and my company makes more than you all do combined. He's talking to the other little 4 boys. Had a positive impact on, had a positive outlook on how his job was actually benefiting them. He was like, while y'all can actually go to jail for what y'all do, I'm doing it legally. So, I can't go to jail unless I embezzle money or do something like that. So my point was, I'm overhearing this. As an adult, should I say something or should I just let it be? I felt like it was my place. Yes, I said I felt like it was my place. Didn't know these boys from Adam and Eve. I felt like it was my place to go up and say, young brother, you are right. Don't get too caught up into this drug game because, as I said previously in this video, a lot of people either die, become fiends of their own product, or they're killed. So with you doing your legal job, the chances of you dying, being a fiend of your own product, or being killed are slim to none compared to these people who are in the drug game, who have a higher rate of death, drug addiction, and going to prison, imprisonment. So I'm like, you're right, young brother. Keep your job. Don't let these little boys shy you away from what you're doing. Go after your dream. Get money the right way. And I know, it ain't I feel, I know you will go further than that. So yes, I did step in. And I feel like that's what we need to do. A lot of times as adults, we hear kids talk and we're like, oh, that's kids talk. Let them talk. No, it is our duty. It is our duty to step in and handle these situations. Because if we're not going to tell them, who's going to tell the kids what's right? Because it obviously isn't getting done when so many people are aspiring again to be celebrities and hip hop artists and video vixens and Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj let's get on Nicki Minaj. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't listen to hip hop anyway because I feel like majority of it's negative and it is stupid and doesn't make sense. The only people I can say I listen to that are considered quote unquote hip hop is Lupe Fiasco. I still listen to NY Oil. I listen to Aisha Sekhmet. That's my girl. I listen to Immortal Technique, Dead Presidents, J. Cole. This is a new artist that someone just put me on to. J. Cole. These are all people that I feel like have a positive impact. Not all the time, but more often than not, have a positive impact on hip hop, along with Tupac. Yes, Tupac did make some gangster music and stuff like that, but the man put truth. The man spoke truth in his lyrics. And those are more people that we need to turn our kids onto. Not this Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj and all these people. I was speaking on Nicki Minaj. She's making kids think the asbestos is cool. Like, I heard one song, they even featured Nicki Minaj or whatever by some Young Money or whatever, I guess that's her group. And it was like, one of the ending lyrics of her verse was like, We be coming off the top. Asbestos. We first of all, improper grammar. We be coming off the top, and then asbestos. Like, what does that mean? I never get the punchlines. I don't get it. We be coming off the top. Asbestos. For one, asbestos is like a freaking type of mold that can cause cancer. I want to say in the lungs. And okay, we be coming off the top. Maybe asbestos and the mold can be found on your ceilings, but that's stupid. Nicki Minaj got kids thinking that asbestos is cool. We gonna get asbestos because Nicki Minaj said we be coming off the top. Asbestos. But that's stupid. Why do we let our kids feed into this stuff, man? Like, my parents, and that's what's the bad thing about it too. I learned this stuff on my own. I live 90 plus miles away from my parents. I moved to the next city. Well, not even the next city. I moved to a city away from my parents. I didn't learn this stuff until I was an adult, able to learn on my own. And I'm like, some people, it's too late by that age. It's too late to just know that knowledge now. It's too late. So we need to put it early. As parents, we need to educate the children. I feel like I wish that my parents could have educated me, but even now I know this knowledge, and I'm trying to tell my parents, and they're like, oh, you can't believe everything you hear. Like, y'all believe in history, but y'all can't believe what I'm telling you. You can't believe the real stuff that I'm reading in books, and the real stuff that I've learned, and the real stuff that just seems to make so much more sense than his story that you've learned. My parents can't even grasp it. So I'm saying it's our job as adults, as parents. I don't have kids. It's just our job as adults, as older people, to teach the kids before it is too late, before they've already got it in their mind, before it's already set in stone that this way is right and the real history is wrong. So again, it goes back to us. It's imperative that we do that. Again, show them love and teach them the right way before someone else comes along and shows them the wrong way. Don't wait till it gets out of hand. Nip it in the bud early. So again, don't wait until they're 18, 19, 20 years old and they're beginning to get violent, and now it's going to count, and now they can go to prison. Nip it in the bud early. Before it gets too late. Nip it in the bud early. I mean, what's so hard about that? You see incorrect behavior, you see wrong behavior, nip it in the bud early. You see a 5-year-old, 7-year-old saying the N-word, cursing, just knowing the hip-hop songs or hip-hop lyrics and not doing their homework. Show them the right way. Help them with their homework. Assist them. Aid them. Be a positive role model in these children's lives, man. That's what they need. It is what they need. Again, it's cute now, but by the time they're adults, it's not going to be cute. Yeah, it's cute. Well, it's not really cute. Let me do the whole little quote-unquote thing. It's so cute when little Aisha knows all the words. We be coming out the top asbestos and can do little dances and stanky leg and all that when she's 3. Then when she's 18 and that's the only thing her mind is tunneled on. That's the only thing she can get in her mind. Ain't no other knowledge coming in. It's just hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. I'm feeding my brain hip hop. I'm feeding my brain hip hop. And that's all it is. No other knowledge coming in. You ain't learning no science, no math, no spelling. You can't spell. You writing all this, that, da, dee, da, all that bull crap that I see people doing on social networks. All that is out the window, man. It should be out the window. Because you know how I feel? If we don't catch it early, then ignorant kids can become ignorant adults. That's what it is. I'm going to say that again. Ignorant kids can become ignorant adults. It is our duty. It is our job to nip it in the bud. Catch it early. Show them what's real, man. Show them what's real. Again, ignorant kids grow up to be ignorant adults if they aren't taught properly. What else is just gets on my nerves. Another thing, as adults and as kids, whatever, I feel like we have got our priorities out of whack. So we see on TV, we hear in the media, we hear everybody else talk. Oh, I got the new iPod, I got the new Nintendo DS, I got the PS3, I got the Xbox 360 Elite, and all this other stuff. For instance, I know personally, my little cousins are spoiled to death. They get any and everything they want. I know there's probably this, quote unquote, December 25th, Christmas, which is a whole lot day, if y'all don't know. Whole lot day, my cousins bought their children, which are my little cousins, bought their children DSs for probably Christmas of 2008, Christmas 2009. And then Christmas 2010, they turned around and asked for a DSi. So I'm like, didn't you just buy them DSs for like a year or two ago? Oh yeah, but now the DSis, they got cameras on them, so we're gonna get both. So now they got a DI or what, a DS and a DSi. That is ignorant, just pointless, just anything for you, to get you to spend your money. Anything to get you to spend your money when books are cheap. You can go to a used bookstore, you can get them a case, entertain your kids with that. Read your kids a story sometime. You know what I'm saying? The DS and DSi and PS3 and Xbox or whatever the crap, all that stuff is irrelevant in my eyes. Irrelevant. Again, spending money on luxuries and haven't even handled the necessities. That is backwards. So you're over here buying your kids the DS and a DSi, two of basically the same thing. One just got a camera, and you can't even pay your light bill for next month. How stupid is that? You can't even pay your light bill because you worry about your kids having two types of the same object. A necessity, man. This iPod and all this stuff. iPod, and they got the second generation, the third generation, the fourth generation, the fifth generation. I'm going to keep it real. Yes, I have an iPod. My one and only. And if I wasn't able to pay my rent or pay my KUB, which is my utilities, or pay my whatever, this iPod wouldn't have been bought. I get this with extra money that I do have. If I didn't have the extra money, this iPod would not even existed. That means nothing to me. That is materialism. We need to have something that they can't take away from us. They can take all this stuff. They can take my iPod and they can take my cell phone and all that away from me. But they can't take my knowledge. They can't take my mind. They can't take my sanity unless they kill me or put something in these vaccines and stuff that they're giving us, this H1N1 vaccine and this swine flu. Oh, swine flu is H1N1. Either way, they're giving us all these vaccines, not telling us what's in them, and that's the only way they can take my sanity, if they unknowingly inject me with something or unknowingly do something to my mind. That's the only way they're going to be able to take my knowledge. But this iPod and stuff, iPod, your car, your house, your cable, all that can be turned off, all that can be repoed. All that can be repossessed. So, again, get knowledge. This materialism is not where it's at. Man, again, like, back to the knowledge, man. It's time to reclaim what's ours. 360 degrees of knowledge. A bachelor's, a master's, and even a doctorate doesn't even touch. It doesn't even suffice 360 degrees of knowledge. You know what 360 degrees is? Like, that's all. That's everything. Everything. 360 degrees. Not 90, not 60, not 90, not 180. 360 degrees of knowledge. Because again, as I said, a master's, a bachelor's, or even a doctorate doesn't even suffice. Because those things are so specific. Okay, like, i.e., as for me, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and Africana studies. Do you get that? I have a degree in only a certain thing. I have a major and a minor. A major and a minor, meaning these degrees are specific. But 360 degrees of knowledge is overall. So I feel like, again, we need general, then superior education of all things. Not just one thing, not just two things, not just three things. Okay, it's all good if you got a double major and a double minor, but that still doesn't give you knowledge of everything that's going on in the world. Yeah, you may be smart as crap and know everything, have a BS, a Bachelor of Science in chemistry and engineering or something else, but that doesn't mean that you know about accounting, that you know about psychology, that you know how to about architecture, that you know about all these other things that are in the world. So 360 degrees of knowledge, that's knowledge of everything, including knowledge itself. And I'm gonna end with this point right now. I don't know how long I've been on here, but it feels like a while. I'm actually starting to sweat and just everything else, man. But so yeah, I'm gonna end with this, and this is probably gonna help a lot of people. This is probably it might even hurt a lot of people. But I want to end with this and saying we are so quick to point fingers at the next person. Oh, it's the white man. Oh, it's the Jew. Oh, it's the feminist. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, it's this that's holding us back. When a lot of the times, we hold ourselves back. Do y'all hear that? I got loud on that part. We hold ourselves back. Didn't nobody tell me that it was, as a child, that it wasn't cute to be dark skinned. Nobody told me that but my family. My family. Other black people were the ones that told me, oh, you dark skinned. Oh, blackie this, blackie that. Chocolate this, chocolate that. So again, we need to start always pointing the fingers Oh, it's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's her. It's him. It's her. It's him. It's him. It's her. Stop pointing fingers and point fingers at ourselves. Point fingers at ourselves. Sometimes we are our own problem. We are our own problem. We are our worst critics. We are the hardest on ourselves. So again, stop pointing fingers so much and turn them back and point at yourself. We hold ourselves back most of the time, my people. We hold ourselves back. Stop pointing fingers. Get knowledge. Equip the children with knowledge. If you can't equip the children with knowledge, then recommend something for them. Give them positive references. Somebody that can do it. I'm gonna give a shout out to somebody because it really, really, I like this. Brother Jenkins, you're on here. You watch me. I know you in real life. You are an awesome man. He has this thing called Unique Academy. I don't know the acronym. I think it's not unique spelled regular. It's like UUNIK or something like that, and it's unique. And what he's basically doing is raising boys to men, giving them a positive outlook. And also, he's actually doing something this month. It's calling all females or something like that. He's doing an all female conference. He actually asked me to be one of the leaders for that, and I thankfully accepted. I will do that. That's my type of thing. I feel like, again, we as adults need to be positive role models. We need to show the kids what's real, man, and stop pointing fingers. Turn them back and point on ourselves, because a lot of times we are the culprit. We're not always the victim, y'all. We are the culprit sometimes. We do it to ourselves. And with that, oh, with that, I will end. Hotel. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Man, Whitney said it best. Now I'm really gone. Hold up. Nah, I actually wanted to come back to let y'all know that I'm not, unless I can use YouTube's audio swap or whatever they got. I will not put any music on the back of my background because YouTube has muted like 5 of my videos, if not more, due to quote unquote copyright infringement. Bullcrap. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want y'all to hear the truth. And that's about all. But anyway, no music in the background. Man, listen to my video. Teach the youth. Man, show them what's real, man. And with this, I am out. Holla.